President Buhari insists on visiting Kano State despite Ganduje's objection. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. Despite the objection of Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, President Muhammadu Buhari is likely to visit the state tomorrow as planned. Checks revealed that the president is not swayed by the arguments the Kano State government is putting up for the postponement of the trip. Ganduje are during an interactive session with some stakeholders, including scholars, legislators, political leaders, and business community in the state at Government House Kano, reviewed the decision to ask the president to defer the visit, saying that the state is deeply concerned by the hardship principally induced by the ongoing cash swap from old to redesigned notes. He said the decision was taken to avoid any unforeseen circumstance. Subsequently, the state government wrote a letter to the president outlining the reasons why the planned visit is no longer auspicious at this time. According to a press statement issued by Abba Anwar, the chief press secretary to the governor, the decision to advise the president against the visit was endorsed by the stakeholders in the state. The statement by the governor's spokesperson reads in part, deeply concerned with the hardship caused by limited time given for halting use of old Naira notes by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. And for security reasons, Governor Ganduje reveals that the state resolved and wrote to presidency that the visit of the president to commission some projects be postponed. As we are waiting for this important visit, we found ourselves in this situation, which puts citizens into untold hardship. For security purposes, we wrote to presidency that President Buhari's visit to Kano be postponed. We got an acknowledgement copy of the letter. People are really suffering because of this policy. There are no banks in most of our rural areas. How these people get new Naira notes is of great concern. Just look at what is happening in our urban areas. People go and spend hours upon hours in banks and without any assurances of getting the new notes. However, it was gathered that Buhari has insisted on going to Kano as planned because beyond the state government projects that were slated to be inaugurated by him, some projects executed by the federal government are also scheduled to be inaugurated during the visit. The president has decided that he will go ahead and inaugurate the federal government projects. His advance team is already in the state and as of Saturday night had not been directed to stand down and return to Abuja. A presidency source affirms that if the Kano governor realizes the nature of President Buhari, he would have known that he is not one to give in to cheap blackmail. Buhari, who has been in Daura, Katsina State for some days now, to commission projects executed by the Governor Aminu Masari administration, is also scheduled to proceed to Jigawa State for a similar engagement before returning to Abuja later in the week. Let's take some of the comments. Somebody said, that is leadership in action. President Buhari is a courageous leader and he cannot be cajoled to blackmail. Remember that the policy of change of new Naira notes started 3 months ago, and somebody in leadership position as governor cannot defend Mr. President on this. This is laughable. Somebody else said, God bless you, the governors are becoming irrelevant to the people, except for their families. Somebody else said, shame on the Kano governor, PMB is coming. They are birds of the same feathers. How could they say 3 months is not enough to exchange their money, even if they have trillions? Let them go to blazes. No extension. PMB is coming. If you like, don't welcome him. You cannot be his alpha or omega. God will deal with you all. Another said, when Atiku eventually declared the winner of the election, obedience will cry and begin their Biafra agitation. Buhari is not doing it to assist Obi or any other candidate, but a whale hawk Fulani president in Atiku Gates. Mark my words. Another said, which federal project do we have in Kano? We only have the correctional center, which is not even completed. Another said, that magnificent flyover and underpass at the Otoro NNPC roundabout is one federal project. Then somebody said, no, please, it's a state government project. By simply browsing at the project online, you can convince yourself it's not a federal government project. Another said, Buhari is making sacrifices that is difficult to understand. We would understand later. Another person said, there's nothing to understand. Is an ethical, greedy Northern Fulani president. Another said, which sacrifice again? After the wanton killings by terrorism and bandits in different parts of Nigeria. Then somebody else said, if anything bad happens in Kano, Buhari must be responsible. Why forcing himself on people in all ramifications? Government of Kano writes him to shelve his visit, but he insists on visiting. Another said, a president of the Federal Republic, something is wrong with you people. You think he's Jonathan that you mess up with? Buhari is still a military man. Just be very careful. Okay, somebody else said, Tinubu, the cabals did not want. Obi or any other Igbo person can never be trusted by the North. The scheming is down to Atiku, who will be inaugurated on 29th May 2023. The Igbos will feel the pains of Buhari's actions concerning Naira design and feel scarcity more than any other person. Another said, there are no banks in rural communities. What have you done as a governor of over 7 years? Is it the president to establish banks at rural communities where you govern? Some utterances of some governors is irritating. Then somebody else said, this Ganduje is up to something. Is Kano State the only state affected by new currency palaver? Just looking for extension of the exercise to cover his shoddy deals. I am sure Buhari is wiser than all these economic saboteurs. While somebody else said, don't mind Ganduje, they have started to show their true color. It's a pity PMB did not handle these crops of politicians early enough. Then somebody said, let him visit and see for himself. Another person said, criminal dollar stalker Grandulas is just showing an act of selfishness by trying to discourage Mr. President not to be on his stance on the deadline of the use of the old currencies. All these criminal politicians who stock stashed currencies will regret their actions. This is the dying minutes corruption mop-up Buhari is carrying out. They will definitely go in for it. Another said, real cheap blackmail from Gandola. I wish PMB
Another person
like
said,
this.
those criminals who are pushing for extension of the deadline
and
are the ones that put
Nigeria
Nigeria in this condition.
Who could have thought that
Buhari is a
would
man
ever
of his
blackmail
words and would never listen to
PMB?
any criminals. After all, he has nothing to lose from them. He's not seeking re-election. His time is ticking, going. Another person said, I trust and love and cherish the good and hard-working people of Kano. Let him see for himself. Another said, yes, so president is coming to Kano tomorrow. No shaking. Our president is well respected by the people and he means well for Nigerians. Another said, why can't PMB do strong head for militants in oil states when they threaten him to show up if na in Papa Bonham? If not for PYO who went pleading to pave way for understanding. Another said, wait and see. It's like Igbos did not know how the North views them in Nigeria. February 25th will reveal a lot. Another said, whether we like it or not, he is commander-in-chief and still president. A governor cannot tell a president when to and not to move in this country. All I can say is Ganduje is a very corrupt old crook, just like Tinubu and Atiku. So birds of the same feather flock together. Obi is a disruptor, and these elections will go down in history as the time Nigerians and his youth woke up and regained its place as African giants. Enough with this old sleeping type of presidency. Another said, he was advised on the mood of the people. As the president, he can choose to go or not to go. After all, he's the most powerful president in the world. Somebody else said, he will go and nothing would happen. Another said, let him go and see things firsthand. If they stone him, he deserves it. Another said, banks are not Red Cross centers. They go to where they can make money, no matter how remote, unless that place is not safe. If he had developed those rural areas as a governor, and businesses spring up there, the banks will rush there to do business. Blame yourself only. The CBN will not wait for you forever. Keeping your people down for political expediency is not in the interest of the masses. One day they will wake up. Somebody else said, Commander-in-Chief, carry go. Another said, go ahead on your scheduled visit because the whole federation is your constituency and you're the commander-in-chief of all the security apparatus. Another said, Mr. President should visit any part of the country anytime as he wishes, unfettered. On this matter, Nigerians are solidly behind you, Mr. President. Another said, let's see if Ganduje cannot protect Mr. President. If anything should happen to Mr. President, Ganduje should be ready to face the music. He should know that Mr. President cannot be intimidated. Another person said, his trip to Kano or anywhere for that matter is of no relevance to anyone. The more he travels, the more he spreads hardships to Nigerians. Another said, the president is now showing strong leadership qualities in him. No cheap blackmail from extremely corrupt entities. Another said, all these old men with commandments safe. Please, where are the youth? When are the old men going to stop riding on us? Another said, in all the comments and responses to most of the issues in our nation now, the principal view I can infer is that people judge issues based on their tribal sentiments without considering the benefits or otherwise of the matter. And that alone is a big problem to us as a nation. Somebody else said, APC from top to bottom, they are really taking us to the Stone Age era of trade by barter, as if that there is no money available to trade with. Another said, miscreant in Kano State is now more powerful than the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Another said, very soon your office and your home and cars will not be safe for you and is planning to use our common resources.
So these are the comments and many more are rolling in about this insistence by the presidency to visit Kano State to commission the project, saying that even if the state's projects are not available to be commissioned, the president will go ahead to commission the federal project in Kano State. What's your opinion on this? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And to our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining. To our existing subscribers, thank you for always being here. We hope you stay. See you in the next news. Have a lovely day and bye for now.